It's surprising how many people believe the legends of Ellis Island. In particular, the myth that names were changed by the inspectors who worked there. Inspectors did not fill out the questions on arrival. Rather, they checked the names on the ship's passenger list to confirm everything was documented correctly. These documents were created by the ticket agents and pursers employed by the steamship companies. The names recorded on the manifest are the names our ancestors declared. There was no paperwork that would record a possible name change. In fact, the only document that immigrants should have retained was the inspection card that was completed by the immigrant before departure. Inspectors had no reason to change immigrant names. The names on the manifest, inspection card, and landing tag had to match. Annotations may have been made when a mistake was found in the spelling or the rendering of the name. Inspectors made corrections to any mistakes from when the names were first transcribed or during transliteration, when names were translated from one alphabet to another, but it's more likely our ancestors made these changes on their own. Here's an example of a name change. The case of Lizzie Byrne. Lizzie Byrne was from Drumleesh, Ireland. She was born in 1904 and a daughter of a farmer. The federal census states that her date of arrival was in 1908. That would have made her only 4 years old. The family lore was that this girl traveled alone at a very young age to join her older brother John, who worked at Harvard University. Her sister Tessie was the original owner of the White Star Line passage. When Lizzie took her place, she was scared that she would not be permitted to travel since this ticket was in her sister's name, and passed down generation to generation. The family was told that Lizzie lied to the inspectors on Ellis Island and gave the name Tessie Byrne instead. The Irish census of 1911 did mention an older sister named Tessie, but we never did find Tessie traveling to the United States. We did manage to find Lizzie, traveling aboard the SS Baltic in 1922. On the UK outbound record, she's listed as 18-year-old Lizzie Byrne from Drumleesh, but on the ship manifest, she's listed as Maggie Byrne. There was no Lizzie Byrne to be found on the manifest pages, and no Maggie Byrne to be found on any of the outbound pages. Her brother John is listed as her sponsor, living in Boston. After taking a look at the Irish census of 1901, we do see there are 2 older siblings, a John Byrne and a Margaret Byrne. Lizzie, or Maggie as seen on the Ellis Island database, was documented as an SI, or a special inquiry, but more about detention records in another video. Please check our website for further tips, and if you haven't already, register for a free account on our website. We also invite you to add and follow us on our social media pages. Our handle is StatueEllisFDN. The American Family Immigration History Center showcases famous arrivals on our Twitter page at Ellis Island.